What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Show back with another video, and today we're taking a look at Cyberpunk. Now, I'm not gonna lie, for me, when I first started playing Cyberpunk, obviously I had the same issues everybody else had, and it got to a point where I didn't even want to play the game. I saw where they were pretty much giving refunds out to everyone who had played Cyberpunk, and I decided to try to throw my lot in because, to be honest, I have a high bug tolerance, but Cyberpunk was one of those things where it was no help in the game, in my opinion. But I did eventually get my refund back, and I'm actually glad to say I did, because it gave me a lot of time to actually see what the game has become. Now, first of all, I want to say that before we really get started talking about it, I want to go back just a second and say that while I did feel like Cyberpunk was too glitchy, I did really see the uniqueness in it. And from the company that made Witcher 3, I was definitely, I was eager to really get it a try. Because to me, I like to support good companies. If I see a company that's really good, I have a general idea of what their next game is going to be like. And, I'll buy games like that. I want to say that I wasn't really as hyped for Cyberpunk as everybody else. I got it day one. I just wasn't as hyped. People were waiting for this game for years. By the time I really knew about it, it was about to come out. I was being pushed back like 40 times. I found out about it, kept getting pushed back. So I said, whatever. So this must have felt like a really long wait to people who were really looking forward to this game. But for me, not that long. All right. With that being said, let's go ahead and talk about why I decided to play again. Now, not too long ago, probably like a year ago, I decided to play again. I bought it again. It was like on sale for $20, and I said, hey, everybody's saying that it's fixed now, and it's a much better game now. So why not buy it for $60? I mean, why not buy it for $20 instead of buying it for $60? So I bought it for like $24. I didn't really want to, because like I said, I had a bad experience with the game. I was actually having a lot of fun, but the amount of glitches that were present in the game were so bad that I really couldn't even do nothing with it. But that being said, I did buy it. I played it for a good amount of hours. I probably played about a good 20 hours from that. Not nothing crazy, but just kind of messing around in Night City and stuff. And I really started to enjoy the game. I don't really know what made me take another break. It's not that the game was getting boring, maybe just a simple burnout. I mean, 20 hours doesn't really seem like a lot, considering that, that's really just not even a full day. But for me, gaming is very limited, with work and other necessities. I'm gonna be honest, I think that, but regardless of what made me put it down, let's talk about what made me pick it back up. Edgerunners. If you're an anime fan, I don't know how you haven't watched this one already. Honestly, with so many powerful anime coming out this year, or already out this year, because we got stuff like Bleach and Chainsaw Man and My Hero, just a whole bunch of stuff coming out this season. Cyberpunk Edgerunners was one of the most surprising drops of the year, because we knew nothing about it. It was absolutely fantastic. Netflix has really been killing it lately with the game turned anime. I mean, I feel like anything they drop that's a game turned anime, I'll watch. There are certain stuff that I wouldn't necessarily feel like is the greatest, but Castlevania was amazing. It was such an amazing thing to see. Arcane was great. I never played League of Legends, but Arcane was amazing. And here we have another phenomenon, Edgerunners. I don't think this one will get as big as the other ones, but this actual anime single-handedly made people play the game a lot more. Made people pick up the game again. And this is great because they have a new DLC that's on the way, so it actually provides a lot of publicity for that. Now, I will say, this anime was great. I mean, I've basically praised it on the likes of Netflix's best animations, and it was amazing. What it really did for me specifically is really expand a lot on Night City. It made it a place where I want to actually play in, say this anime came out first, I think people would have lived a lot with the bugs, because Night City is portrayed as such an underbelly of a city. And when you're playing it as a game character, you can know that your character is, what's the word? Overpowered. With this actual anime, it showed, the reality of living in the fictional world that is known as Night City. You know, that it's such an underbelly of a city, but as a main character, you know that you don't really have any danger. With that anime, it showed that it doesn't really matter. Everything is high stakes, everything is for real. It was very tense, it was very interesting to watch. I'm not gonna spoil anything, and that's pretty much what I'll cut off when I'll talk about the anime, so I don't, you know, kind of assuage your opinion of the anime. But, you know, great anime, good game now. Like I said, I played the game. I wouldn't say it's all patched up, because I'm from being honest, I do run into quite a number of bugs. It doesn't feel as displaced as it was before. Now, a little bit of context later in the video, since we got to this point. I played on the original PS4. That was my version of Cyberpunk. So I never got the upgraded graphics that was with Cyberpunk. For me, I always thought that it couldn't be, when I bought it on launch day, the problem with it was that they didn't really show what it would look like on PS4, and it looked like an absolute mess. It looked like one of the worst games I've ever seen, and considering that I didn't have a Pro and I've played games like God of War, I knew how good games could look. I mean, to be honest, GTA, which is a really old game, looks way better than the pre-Cyberpunk gameplay. So for me, yeah, I had to give it back. While I was interested in the story, I was interested in everything else, I had to give it back because it looked like a blurry mess. I was trying different things to try to figure out how to fix it, and turns out it just wasn't compatible. Their biggest mistake was trying to release it on all consoles. I mean, look at Gotham Knights. They decided to just release it on next gen consoles. They don't even want to go through the headache of, you know, having issues with, you know, I guess current gen consoles, next gen consoles. I don't really know what you want to say, like, because I mean, that's the whole debate right now. Is the old gen or is it the current gen, or whatever, you guys know what I mean, PS4 and Xbox. But they made that general mistake and released it to everybody else. So when I actually got to play it on a PS5, I thought to myself, this game actually does not look that bad. I'm not saying that it's the best looking game I've seen. It looks pretty good, but the issues were too many glitches, graphics and gameplay was trash. That's now been fixed. You know, the gameplay is pretty solid. You can play through the whole game. You might see a couple of glitches, but that comes with pretty much any game released in this day and age. All in all, man, I just want to say, if you haven't played Cyberpunk since the release day one, and you got your refund, you haven't touched it since, it's to be a good time to pick it back up. If you see a sale and you see Cyberpunk on sale, definitely pick it back up. If you haven't seen the Edgerunners anime, definitely check that out, because that's really good. But with that being said, I'll see you guys next video. Thanks for watching, and make sure you go check out that anime. It's fire.